Hello everybody, it's Nick here. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. It's actually sunny in Washington here for once, so I'm fucking happy, or at least it's sunny in Seattle. So I'm really excited today because in this package lies my very first PAL NES game. For those of you who aren't aware, PAL is pretty much like a European NES game. And this game was only released in Europe, so let's see what it is. Okay. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, hasn't it? It's actually quite hard to open. I guess this country does a good job packaging stuff, honestly. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. And here is the game. International Cricket. Again, this is a pretty cool looking cartridge. I see the back looks a little bit different than US cartridges. Well, let me get one here just to do a comparison. How about Pool of Radiance? Okay, no, not Pool of Radiance. That's a battery backup. It's different. Okay, here's an NES game right here, Vegas Dream. As you can see, the backs look different. I mean, this one's a little more. This one's also in Spanish, I think. Is that the language? I can't tell. I think so. Anyways, International Cricket was developed by Beam Software. Now that's sending out red flags already. I mean, this is the same company that made the Back to the Future games on NES. Personally, for me, Back to the Future 1 and 2 and 3 weren't all of that bad. Now, okay, they're not winning any awards, but they weren't as bad as people made them out to be. But no, honestly, this game is actually pretty damn good. Now, the coolest thing is, not only did I get to talk to Marshall Parker, who is the composer, but I also got to talk to Grant Arthur and fucking video chat now even, which was pretty fucking awesome. Now, Grant Arthur was a graphic designer. He worked on this game, and he's actually probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. Marshall Parker's also pretty cool, and the rest of the Beam staff. So, anyways, this game actually is kind of weird because, now this was also released on the Super Nintendo as Super International Cricket, ooh. And again, this game only came out in Australia, I guess because, you know, cricket wasn't so popular in the US or Japan, but, now it's weird, when you beat the game in this version, you get the credits and everything, but in the Super Nintendo version, there's no credits in the game. Instead, they're actually in the instruction manual, where in this one, no, they're not in the instruction manual. You have to actually beat the game. So yeah, this is a pretty good game, and for those of you who aren't too familiar with cricket, I'm not 100% familiar with it myself, but as far as I know, it's pretty much Australia's version of baseball, or not just Australia, but it basically is like a European version of baseball. I mean, it's got kind of the same rules. I don't know. And then here's the top. Now, I paid quite a bit of money for this. It was like $35 for this, and I think, I don't remember if that includes shipping or not, but I heard PAL NES games do work on a top-loader NES, so I'll have to try that out. Actually, it's pretty much confirmed that they do work on there. I've never, I thought it'd be funny to try and plug it into an actual NES, like a regular one, just to see what happens. I hope it doesn't fucking fry my NES. I don't think it will. I don't know why it would. I would just think it wouldn't work, at all. But I'm gonna give it a shot here. Let me see what happens when you. Sorry, my sister's talking to someone on the phone. Yeah, let me see what happens when you try to plug in an NES game, or like a European one. I might be getting one tomorrow too, but I don't know, because there's a local game store that's a PAL game, but that's, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to see if this works. I don't think, I mean, obviously it's not going to, but... Oh! Are you fucking kidding me? I see the title screen. It's not. It just, my NES keeps, like, locking up, but still, I saw the fucking title screen, the copyright. So obviously it has to kind of work. I mean, you guys are getting this, right? Look at that. See, there's the copyright screen, even if it keeps, like, doing that. By the way, we actually had Nintendo replace these pins a long time ago. But, okay, yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I heard it works for sure on a PAL or on a top-loader NES, so... Yeah, you can't stop it from doing this, so... Oh well, still pretty awesome that at least I got the copyright screen to show up. So yeah, pretty awesome. As far as I know, these aren't exactly the same as a US cartridge. I mean, let me get this out. I mean, they're no difference really. So I can't wait to try this out on my top loader, but there is one problem though. I tried an RF adapter on this TV and it looks and sounds like shit. Now on this TV over here, which is this, both of these are at Apex. They both work pretty damn well, but or I mean, yeah, this big one actually works perfectly. Like it looks just like an AV cable. So I'll try connecting my NES to that and see if that works. But yeah, I heard for sure the top loader NES will work with that. And even if it didn't, this would still be a great collector's item to have. But yeah, it's a great game, and if you live in Australia, dude, pick it up. I mean, it's a pretty good game. Now, it is cheaper when you're in Australia. It's like, on eBay, I've seen it for like 20 bucks. But that's the only way I was able to find it. I found it on a... Now, I first saw this on eBay, like I looked on eBay Australia, and I found one that was, that would ship to the US, and then someone bought it, and then I couldn't find any other copies that would ship to the US, so then I just found this one, and it was the cheapest one I could find. Now, take into account, it was like 35 bucks. I think, you have to include the shipping and stuff. So, let me check my purchase details, and I'll show you guys. Now, in the meantime, let me talk about some other stuff. First of all, I haven't got to try the Sega Pico yet because I don't have a cart, or I don't know what kind of power adapter it uses. So until I know that, I'm afraid I can't test it. I did not know that they actually released that in Japan. I don't know, it just seemed like something to me that would only be released in Europe or the USA. But no, they released that in Japan as the Kids Computer Pico, and it looks exactly the same except that it's exactly the same except that it's blue and yellow instead of green and purple. I don't know, I think blue and yellow actually is kind of better. But yeah, I only have the Magic School Bus for that thing, and apparently that was developed by Nova Trade, which is a Hungarian company, which is funny since I'm part Hungarian in heritage. So also another thing I want to talk about is I've been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 mods, and yeah, I've actually got back into playing Left 4 Dead 2 again. But that was fucking fun because I've been playing some awesome ones. I originally played one. It was featured on the front page called well, if this fucking page wants to load, it's called True Fang Shi, but it takes place in China. And it was a good campaign and all, but it kind of sucked because there was only like 2 or 3 levels. And the finale is awesome because you get to run down the Great Wall of China. But other than that, though, it was a really short campaign. They should have added more levels. But other than that, it was a great campaign, and I think you should download it. I also played Left 4 GoldenEye, which is a port of GoldenEye for N64, obviously. That one was pretty good too. The last level on the cradle was fucking awesome. Then I was playing one called Yama, which is also a fun one. I recommend that. And one I also played was Night Terror. I originally played that on Left 4 Dead 1, but yeah, you can play on Left 4 Dead 2. So, anyways, back to Cricket. I paid okay, it was 20... Okay, how much did I buy it for? Because there's like 2 different prices showing up on here. Okay, 22 Australian dollars plus 13.70 for the, for the shipping. And again, this is Australian dollars, so it was pretty expensive. In Australian money, it would be like almost $36. So, yeah, it was not cheap. But you know what I find funny is that it's actually easier to get a Japanese NES game than it is to get a European one. I mean, even Super Mario Brothers, like the European version, I can't even find a cheap copy on. So now, one more thing before I go. I want to talk about Carl's Jr. I went there yesterday. Now, when I got home first time, I looked on their Facebook page and I saw nothing but complaints on there. And a few people saying, oh, we need a Carl's Jr. down here in Texas or wherever. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm having second thoughts on this place. So I decided, I'm going to go back again, and try it out. And again, I had no problem with the food. It was good. I got the teriyaki burger again, and it was good, Although this time it ended up costing me more because I got like the largest fucking meal you could buy. So again, the shakes are fucking good. I'm not kidding. Now I've never been to Sonic, although I heard they have like the best shakes around. But I don't think there's any Sonics down in Seattle, and if there are, someone needs to tell me. Then again, I could just look on Google Maps, but this phone's already acting like a piece of shit. I actually had trouble orienting the thing so it like shows the camera in like a horizontal, not vertical. So yeah, and I was watching Lewis Black's rant on the iPhone, which was pretty funny. So recently got into watching that guy. So anyways, so yeah, Carl's Jr. It's a good place. I personally have no problem with it. Now it could be that someday I go there and I have a problem, but hopefully that never does happen. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will update you guys on this, and I will update you guys on the Pico as soon as I can get these games running. I'm actually going to try this out right now, and I'm going to have to tell these game designers that who worked on this that I bought it. Now, before I go, one little Easter egg for the other only Australian game they released, Beam Software developed, called Aussie Rules Footy, or I should pronounce that Aussie Rules Footsie, you know, because, okay, I'm not Australian, I'm English, but still. On the menu screen, you'll see all these like initials carved out on the walls. Those are actually the initials of the game designers, which is actually pretty cool. Some reason, some of them aren't even listed in the staff credits at the end, but still, it's pretty cool to see that. But just a little Easter egg for you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out, and have a great day. Have a great weekend.